we needed somebody else yapping on the internet. Well, here we are. My name is Kevin, and welcome to Just Another Yapper. One of the biggest reasons I wanted to start this channel is because I'll watch an incredible movie or binge an amazing series, and months or even years will go by, and I'll remember loving it, and I won't remember exactly why. I love quoting, whether it's jokes or just things from movies, or I'm singing songs all the time, whatever. I just love pulling things back from memory. And as you age, it gets harder to remember all these things. So I think this would be a good place to kind of document some of this stuff. Um, but the same goes for like movies and shows I don't really like. Um, so this channel is a way for me to capture these moments and look back with them later and hopefully start some great conversations with you. Um, and if you're watching this, you probably know me because I'm just a fan. I don't have any kind of big following or anything like that. So I'm just really just doing it for fun. So thanks for being here, and we'll see where this takes us. But yeah, my goal for this channel is just to become a go-to place for just some entertainment. Just keep things light, almost like a weekly highlight show for like cinema and television, where we can keep up with everything that happens uh, in the world of cinema. I'm a huge sports fan, and that's just something for another day. I'm a very passionate Philadelphia fan, so I'll leave it at that. Um, but I'm already looking forward to talking about Spider-Man Brand New Day. I'm already wearing the t-shirt. I'm probably going to be going opening night or the next day, just depending on how my schedule shakes out. Um, but we'll see. And then as we get closer, Avengers Doomsday. I mean, it's been looming for a long time, and we'll touch base on that in a little bit. And I'll also be diving into shows I've been watching recently. Um, but yeah, typically each episode I'm going to be yapping about a handful of topics across the world, news, theories, reviews, rankings, whatever else catches my attention or what I might think that people would find interesting. I'm aiming to bring new videos every week or every other week as the channel grows. I have no idea. I have no expectations. Again, just doing it for fun. So it is what it is. We'll see. Um, but I doubt it'll be every week to start. Who knows? We shall see. But if it sounds like something you would like, hopefully you'll stick around. All right, the first thing we're going to yap about today on our yap list is Spider-Man Brand New Day. After everything that happened in No Way Home, Peter Parker, Spider-Man, is truly on his own, and I really have no idea. I mean, I've seen like Hulk and Punisher is going to be in it, but I have no idea how they're going to just try to incorporate how nobody knows him at all, but maybe one person knows. I don't know. It's kind of interesting to see after coming from such a big stakes movie and just the Avengers films he was in, but just having Tobey Maguire back and Andrew Garfield in No Way Home, and then kind of him going back to a more grounded story. It's going to be fascinating to see. Big fan of Punisher. Glad he's going to be in it. It probably won't be for very long, but you never know. So you're going to see a lot more of the same themes of him, I'm sure, struggling with, I guess, balancing college is what he would be in, and relationships with MJ, as she's apparently dating somebody else. Who knows how they'll tie it all in, but I'm sure they'll end up back together. And just even the main villain, like you've seen Sadie Sink. They're saying she could be Jean Grey. We've seen Scorpion in this. I'm sure there's going to be wrinkles and twists. I mean, he's fighting the Hulk at some point in the Hand. So there's going to be a lot of interesting just curveballs, I'm sure. And I'm looking forward to giving a movie review and seeing how that works. Next thing we're going to talk about on our Yap list is Avengers Doomsday and just the overall state of the MCU. I love the MCU. I even this last phase that has really struggled with everything working around the multiverse, and it just seems like even Shang-Chi, love that movie. We haven't seen him in years. it just feels so disconnected. And I know they're trying to bring back the heavy hitters, and of course people are going to go watch it. So I'm excited. I'm trying to avoid any spoilers. Um, I mean, people were talking about leaked scripts, photos, whatever. I'm still waiting on a trailer, and it's July, and the movie comes out in December. So I think that's a little ridiculous that we're still waiting. I'm sure it'll be within a week or so, though, of Comic Con. So, um, but hopefully they'll get back to firing on all cylinders because they made plenty of mistakes with. I liked Eternals, but many people thought it should have been a Disney Plus series, which it probably should have, just to try to incorporate all the characters. And then just some other misses, She-Hulk. And just a lot of people are skipping these. Feels like a lot of homework to watch all these shows. And it just stinks that we got to that kind of point where it used to be spectacle every time, and they would have bangers almost every single movie. They really didn't have that many shows back then, but it was just it was the heyday of the MCU. So we'll see if they could get back to something similar. Um, but regardless, this movie is very important coming up, and they cannot afford to come out with a dud. But yeah, we've introduced a lot of heroes over the last few years, and none of them are working together. There's no, I mean, now there you have these like Avengers sub teams, and it's just like we would have liked to seen them at least working together or have some more stakes in it before we, just see them thrusted into this movie, which they're saying it's going to be almost 3 hours long. I mean, I'll be sitting there the whole time, probably with a grin on my face. But regardless, they have a lot to do in those 3 hours, and it's going to be very important to do that. Bringing back Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom changes everything with the MCU. I mean, is he a variant of Tony Stark? How are they going to tie it in? I mean, they just have to nail it. They just got to land the plane. I mean, everything, all the ingredients are there. It's an Avenger film. Big name actors. I feel like they're going to, but time will tell. It's just nice to have another big movie to look forward to. So we'll see. But with some of the recent movies that I've seen, like Thunderbolts, recent MCU movies, Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four, I thought were very good. I enjoyed the elements of bringing back Yelena, and I think she's going to have a big part, and I think she's going to be in Spider-Man as well. So that's something to look forward to. And then Fantastic Four, I'm a fan of Pedro Pascal. I liked him in a lot of the Narcos is when I first saw him, and then Last of Us among. I mean, I feel like he's had several big roles. Mandalorian. So looking forward to hopefully seeing them again and seeing a sequel movie by chance. I haven't seen anything about. I've seen a list of like movies that the MCU is trying to focus on past Secret Wars, but we'll see. I mean, I think they're one of Marvel's biggest properties, so I'm very surprised if we don't get a second movie from them. And just a side note, going back to Eternals, I think they should have another Eternals movie, but I don't think we're getting that either. So that's a little disappointing. But outside of Marvel, the last thing we're going to yap about today for the first installment of Just Another Yapper is this love I have for Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. I feel like such a fanboy watching these shows, but I can't help but love it. I love the stakes, the world. It's just so fun to be in Westeros and seeing the political maneuvering, the warfare, the dragons in certain shows, and just every good guy that you or girl that you come across or honorable ends up just getting some of the worst fates. But we're all here for the ride, and I really love it. So we're going to dive into that and then just some of the other things that I've been watching. For the first time in my 30 years, I watched an anime. I watched Attack on Titan. A lot of people, including my wife, told me to watch the show, but I've always just like, anime is not my thing, and I'm going to be watching more animes as we go. I don't know how people are watching One Piece with all those episodes, but more power to them. Um, the action, I mean, the animation was unbelievable. Levi has to be my favorite character from the entire show. Um, Loved seasons 1 through 3. I felt like it was very connected. Um, just a great. It gets a little wonky in season 4, and a little too many characters, but all in all, for the first anime, it definitely makes me hungry to watch more. And some of the people I even work with talk about it as if it's the greatest anime they've ever seen. So take it for what it's worth. Um, Another show that I really like that I don't hear people talk about that much, um, The Bear. Just I don't think I've ever watched a show that stresses me out as much as this, and I mean that in a good way. It makes you feel like you're right there in the kitchen with them, feeling all the challenges and the. It's not just a show about a kitchen; it's a show about human relationships and the complexities of dealing with that in a restaurant, and on top of just just so many strong, like I don't even know how to describe it. It's just such an epic show. I mean, the writing, performances are incredible all throughout, and I think it's highly recommended. And it's a nice bow at the end. A lot of shows don't land the plane. Game of Thrones, unfortunately, um, but this one is definitely a good one to watch, and I highly recommend it. And a few months ago, I finished up season 3 of Shrinking, which Harrison Ford is amazing. Jason, I'm gonna botch it. Seagal, hopefully that's the right way to say it. Um, just I love his character, Jimmy, in the show. I feel like I find myself doing exactly what this character does. They term it Jimmying on the show, where it's like you try to think about a situation and how good it'll be, or how look forward to something so good. Maybe like this movie. I'm jimmying this movie, and I'm gonna love this movie, Spider-Man: Brand New Day, and then it just turns out like it sucks, and then you're kind of on that letdown. Um, and he's a shrink who also needs a shrink, and it's just a fantastic premise of. I don't want to get to spoilers, but you could watch yourself. It's on Apple TV. It's fantastic. Um, but yeah, it threw me for a loop. I didn't think I would. I don't know. I just didn't think I would like it very much, and it's like very funny but emotional, and it's something right now I would recommend to everybody. This last movie I'm going to yap about will really make you remember why you love watching film, watching movies. Uh, Project Hail Mary blew me away with just the ups and downs of our character Ryland Grace and meeting this Rocky type alien that they end up building such a strong bond with. And I'm not going to spoil anything if you haven't seen it, but oh my gosh, just sitting there, I'm on the edge of my seat the whole movie, and it just really blew me away. It's the same author that wrote The Martian. Hopefully you enjoyed this. It's just a quick little news and a little bit of discussion. It'll get hopefully more crispy or crisper, I should say, as uh, as I make more and just be more used to just talking um, about these kind of things, these topics. But it's just fun to now I can look back and remember what the heck I was talking about or why I liked a certain thing. And I'm maybe the next episode will be when I watch right after I watch the Spider-Man movie. Um, so we'll see where it goes from there. But until next time, let's keep on yapping. I'm Kevin. Have a good one.